Ralph Bakshi's biggest failure, Cool-Willed, both critically and financially. The movie starts with an intro telling me what I should be doing instead of watching this movie. We see Brad Pitt coming back from the army. Brad Pitt gives his mother a motorcycle and he's like, "Look, mother, isn't this so freaking cool? Isn't this gonna make your back hurt with the blowing wind?" So they go to generically titled bars. His mother falls off the motorcycle, of course she did, and he gets random War II flashbacks. Somehow he gets sent to the cartoon world. I guess Tex Avery was buried in the middle of Nevada. Next we see that this world is drawn by a person in prison. Every Ralph Bakshi movie that I don't understand came out of a prisoner's head. We see a bunch of wolves staring at the woman they call Hollywood. I think this is a reference to Red Hot Riding Hood. We see our character pose like there's gonna be a light beam coming out of his hand to try to look cool for Hollywood. Next, we see wooden coins. This human, I think, is giving wooden coins to this troll rabbit and a troll wearing goggles. This doesn't contribute anything to the story. We see Hollywood do more obvious flirting to Brad Pitt than a anime chatbot. Next, we go back to the human world and we see our main character go to a comic book store and somebody just randomly says that he killed somebody. This is actually a reference to the original plan of this movie, which was gonna be a cartoon character and a human having sex and giving birth to a murderer who doesn't fit in the cartoon world or the human world. But instead of that interesting original idea, we got this insane mess. He gets harassed by the ugliest design for a woman ever. The bunny tells police on them for no reason. And they drive on the most dangerous tracks ever designed away from the police. I guess the bunny was telling the police on the ugly woman that tried to um, have sex with him, but I don't really know. This is actually some of the coolest designs you would ever see in a Robashki movie, but it's just complete nonsense. Piss is funny, I guess that was for the kids in the hospitals. So Brad Pitt meets another cartoon woman. Yeah, it looks like his hand is around her. Could this movie not afford blow-up dolls so Brad Pitt could put his arm around something to make the effect look more real? He gets picked up by a spider driving a taxi, and the spider says something about having a woman in projects. I guess the spider had sex with a black woman. I want to see an animated movie about that. The cartoon woman tries to have sex with Brad Pitt, but Noids and Toons can't have sex. So the spider pulls Brad Pitt away from the woman. We see the cartoons be the most dedicated peepers ever when Hollywood and the other Noid have sex. So when they have sex, they get transported to the real world. This woman wants to screw every man on Earth. That's the first thing she wants to do when she gets to the real world. Who wrote this character? A misogynistic nerd. Brad Pitt tells the tune what he missed in the human world. So Brad Pitt and Gable Bryan meet up together and they both scream at each other because they both had sex with cartoon characters and they were told not to do that. Being angry is the easiest way Hollywood can write men. Hollywood goes to the gas station. I guess is how bald men flirt with hot blondes. So the humans start turning into random cartoon characters, and there's no like making sense with what the humans turn into. It's not like they turn into a cartoon version of themselves. It's just random. So Gable Bryan turns into a superhero, and we get a nonsensical cartoon that will only be entertaining to people who are younger than 5. So we see Brad Pitt pass out and turn into a anime character. Yeah, this crying scene got resolved very quickly. So that's Cool World. This movie is just complete nonsense. The only way you can remember this movie is the imagery, which can be cool sometimes and obviously took a lot of effort and it looks really good. Like this is one of the best looking Robasky movies, but that doesn't really matter because the story makes no sense and you don't relate to the characters at all. So this is Robasky's worst movie and his last movie. But like I said, it's not completely his fault because the studio didn't want to do his idea about a murdering cartoon character because they wanted to be more friendly for children.